Close your eyes now and allow yourself to take a slow, intentional breath. Inhale deeply, hold for a brief moment, and exhale fully. As the air leaves your body, notice how even the simple act of breathing can remind you that you are alive, present, and capable of choosing again. Think back for a moment. How many times have you whispered yes while your heart was quietly screaming no? Perhaps more times than you'd like to admit. Each time you did, a small part of your peace was stolen. A fragment of your inner energy slipped away, and a tiny piece of your authenticity got buried under layers of obligation, expectation, or fear. In the next few minutes, I invite you to step into a mirror. But this mirror doesn't reflect your appearance, your smile, or the image you carefully show the world. This mirror reflects how you truly feel inside, the fatigue you carry, the weight on your chest, the quiet sighs you release when nobody is watching. Stand in front of this mirror now, in your mind's eye. Look closely. Imagine a moment from your past week when you agreed to something you didn't want. Maybe you stayed late at work even when your body longed for rest. Maybe you said yes to a favor even though your soul whispered that you were already stretched too thin. Maybe you smiled politely and said sure while your entire being ached to decline. Now pause. Where did you feel it in your body? Was it the tightening in your chest, like invisible ropes pulling you inward? Was it your throat closing, words stuck behind the silence of compliance? Or perhaps the quiet heaviness in your stomach, that sinking sensation that told you something was wrong? Your body is not betraying you, it is guiding you. Those signals are not weakness. They are your radar, your internal compass pointing toward your truth. And yet, for years, maybe decades, you may have silenced that radar. You've overridden it to avoid conflict, to keep peace, to be the good one, to please. You have learned to trade your own comfort for someone else's approval. But every trade, every yes against your will, left you emptier than before. Right here, right now, I invite you to remember something vital. You were not born to be a constant yes. You were born to live in alignment, to shine without apology, to protect your inner energy as the sacred resource it is. Saying no is not rejection. Saying no is protection. Saying no is an act of love. Love directed at the person who matters most in your life. You. Let these words settle into you. Notice how they feel. Perhaps a small relief arises, a whisper of freedom. Maybe part of you resists, worried that boundaries will push people away. But listen closely. The truth is that boundaries don't push love away. They make room for real love to grow. Without them, everything becomes blurry, forced, and heavy. With them, you create clarity, respect, and genuine connection. Now, repeat silently with me. I can trust the signals of my body. I can listen to my truth. I can learn to say no. Say it once more, slower this time. I can trust the signals of my body. I can listen to my truth. I can learn to say no. Take another breath in. Hold gently. And exhale. As you breathe out, imagine your old yes floating away like smoke into the air. See it dissolving, disappearing, no longer clinging to you. With every exhale, you are releasing the false agreements that weighed you down. With every inhale, you are inviting peace, clarity, and strength back into your center. Feel the space that is opening inside you now. This is the space of possibility, the space where new choices can grow. You are beginning to remember that your boundaries are not walls, they are doors. Doors you choose to open and doors you choose to close. You are in charge of those doors. In the next few minutes, something deeper will happen. You will begin to uncover the hidden emotions behind your automatic yes. You will meet the guilt, the fear, the shame that once controlled you, but this time, you will meet them with compassion instead of surrender. And in that moment, you will begin to discover your freedom. Take one more slow breath. Place a gentle hand on your chest if you can, and whisper inwardly, I choose me. The path is opening. Stay with it. Before we go deeper, pause for a moment and remember, this space is not just a video. This channel, the Sacred Brain, is a daily training ground for your mind and heart. By subscribing, you create a sacred commitment to yourself, a promise that you will return here for practices that protect your energy, restore your peace, and build the confidence you deserve. Every session here is a gentle reminder that you are not alone, that your journey is shared by women all over the world who are reclaiming their strength. And now, let us go deeper. Take a slow breath in, and as you exhale, imagine layers of old agreements falling away. In the silence that follows a forced yes, there is always something hiding underneath. A feeling, an emotion. Sometimes it's guilt, whispering that you are selfish if you say no. Sometimes it's fear, warning that rejection will follow if you dare to choose yourself. Sometimes it's shame, quietly telling you that you are not enough to stand your ground. These emotions are powerful because they were trained into you. Perhaps since childhood, you learned that being loved meant being agreeable, that keeping peace in the family meant silencing your own needs, that being a good woman meant saying yes no matter the cost. And so, without realizing, you inherited invisible scripts, rules written by others that you've been following for years. But here is the truth. Emotions are not enemies. They are signals. When guilt appears, it is not to punish you. It is to show you where you have been conditioned to put others above yourself. When fear arises, it is not to cage you. It is to reveal where you believe your worth depends on someone else's approval. When shame whispers, it is not your identity. It is simply the echo of old voices that were never yours to carry. Now, close your eyes and return to a memory. A moment when you said yes against your will. Replay it in your mind, not to suffer, but to observe. What emotion took the driver's seat? Was it guilt, fear, shame, or perhaps a blend of all three? Let the answer come without judgment. Recognition is the first act of liberation. Take your journal or a sheet of paper and write 4 simple sentences. What was asked of me? Why did I agree? How did I feel afterward? What did it cost me? As you put words on paper, you are pulling the emotion out of the shadows. What once lived hidden now stands in the light. And what is seen can no longer control you silently. This is the alchemy of awareness, turning pain into clarity. Place your hand on your heart and repeat silently, I recognize the emotion. I welcome it, but I am not ruled by it. Again, breathe deeply. Inhale through your nose for a count of 4. Hold for 4. Exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 6. As you exhale, imagine that guilt leaving like a gray mist. Again, inhale, hold, exhale, and see fear dissolving like dust in the wind. Once more, inhale, hold, exhale, and feel shame melting away like ice under the sun. Notice what remains when those emotions release. A lighter chest, a calmer heartbeat, a quieter mind. This is the true you, waiting beneath the layers. In the next few minutes, you will begin to transform this recognition into wisdom for the future. You will learn to use these emotions not as chains, but as guides, pointing you toward new choices. Very soon, you will build a simple filter that helps you decide when to say yes and when to honor your no. But for now, hold on to this truth. When you recognize the emotion, it loses its power to control you. You are no longer acting on autopilot. You are awake. You are choosing. Repeat silently one last time. I see what I feel. I honor it, but I am free. This morning is not just another morning. It is your reset. A moment to pause, breathe, and step into a different rhythm, one that belongs only to you. The world may have its noise, its endless requests, its constant demands, but right now, for these few minutes, there is only silence, breath, and the gentle sound of your own truth rising. You have already begun to awaken to the signals of your body and the emotions hiding behind your automatic yes. Now it is time to take the next step, transforming those discoveries into wisdom that guides your future. Because awareness is only the seed. Growth happens when you water that seed with new choices. Close your eyes again and imagine a map unfolding before you. On this map, every yes you regret is a small dot of light. At first, they seem scattered. But when you look closer, you begin to notice patterns. Perhaps most of your unwanted yeses happen at work, when you feel pressured to prove your worth. Maybe they appear at home, when you carry responsibilities that are not yours to carry alone. Or maybe they arise in friendships, when you agree out of fear of being left behind. These dots are not failures, they are information. They are data your soul has been collecting, patiently waiting for you to notice. And now, you do. From this moment forward, you are going to use these patterns as a filter. A simple, powerful filter that will allow you to decide with clarity. Before responding to any request, ask yourself 3 questions. Do I want this? Is there genuine desire inside me, or am I only trying to please? Do I have space for this? Do I have the energy, the time, the resources? Or will saying yes deplete me? Does this honor my priorities this week? Will it move me closer to the life I want, or will it pull me further away? If 2 answers are no, then your answer must be no. Gently, firmly, respectfully, picture a lighthouse at the edge of the sea. It does not chase ships. It does not dim its light for fear of being too bright. It simply shines, steady and clear. Some ships are guided safely by its light. Others drift elsewhere. But the lighthouse never abandons its place. You are that lighthouse. Your boundaries are your light. And when you stand firm, you become a point of clarity in a world full of confusion. Now imagine yourself in a future moment. Someone asks something of you. Instead of rushing into an automatic yes, you pause. You breathe. You silently run the 3 questions through your mind. And then, calmly, you give your answer. Sometimes it will be yes, full of joy. Sometimes it will be no, full of peace. Either way, the choice is yours. Take your journal and write down a few examples. Situations where this filter would have changed your decision. How different would the outcome have been if you had paused, asked the questions, and chosen consciously? As you write, you are training your brain. You are rehearsing a new reality. Breathe in deeply, hold, and exhale. With each breath, let this filter anchor itself inside you. Let it become part of your morning reset, part of the rhythm that carries you through the day. Repeat silently. I learn from my past. I transform pain into wisdom. I choose with clarity. In the next few minutes, you will receive something even more practical. Words, phrases, ready to use in real conversations. They will become your emotional armor, protecting you from guilt and empowering your truth. Very soon, you will practice saying no with kindness and strength, and you will feel the freedom in your body. But for now, take in the light of this morning. Feel the clarity rising within you. You are not defined by yesterday's choices. Every sunrise is a reset, and this one belongs to you. This morning, as you breathe into a new day, imagine that your body is surrounded by a golden circle of light. This circle is your boundary, not a wall to keep love out, but a shield that protects your peace, your time, your energy. In the past, you may have let anyone step inside this circle without question. But now, you are learning that your energy is sacred. Not everyone gets unlimited access to it. Think about how often your yes became heavy because it was not rooted in truth. Each of those yeses chipped away at your shield, leaving you tired, resentful, disconnected from yourself. But this is your reset. Today you begin to strengthen the shield again, not with anger, but with clarity. One of the simplest and most powerful ways to protect yourself is with words. Words create space. Words shape reality. And words spoken with calm confidence can change everything. Let us create some new words for you now. Phrases that will become your anchors when life tests your boundaries. Repeat them silently as I say them. Thank you for thinking of me. But I can't take this on right now. I appreciate the invitation, but I need to honor my schedule and rest. This doesn't work for me, but I wish you the best with it. I have a personal rule not to add new commitments on weekends. Let me think about it and get back to you. And when you return, if it's no, say it with peace. Closing parenthesis. Notice how each phrase is firm but kind. You don't have to defend, justify, or over-explain. A boundary can be clear without being cruel. Now imagine a moment in the future. Someone asks something of you, and instead of freezing or rushing into a yes, you pause. You breathe. You recall one of these phrases. You speak it out loud, and then notice what happens. Your chest relaxes, your breath flows, and your body feels lighter. This is not just communication. This is self-protection. Boundaries are like muscles. At first, they feel shaky, unfamiliar. But the more you use them, the stronger they become. Every time you say no with kindness, you are lifting an invisible weight. Every time you pause before answering, you are training your nervous system to choose clarity over fear. Breathe again, slowly. Inhale through your nose for 4. Hold for 4. Exhale through your mouth for 6. With every exhale, picture your golden circle of light expanding and strengthening. It does not push people away. It simply defines where you end and where the world begins. Now repeat silently. My time has value. My peace has value. My no is love. Love for yourself, love for the people you care about. Because when you protect your energy, you show up with honesty instead of resentment. This is your practice for today. Begin with the smallest situations. Say no to what drains you. Say no to what pulls you away from your priorities. Say no even to your own habit of overcommitting. Each no builds strength. Each no creates freedom. Each no teaches others how to respect you. In the next few minutes, you will receive a simple, step-by-step plan to put this into practice over the next 7 days. A plan that will anchor your boundaries in action, turning awareness into transformation. For now, hold on to this truth. You don't need to shout to be heard. You don't need to justify to be respected. Your calm, clear no is enough. Repeat once more with conviction. I have the right to choose. I have the right to say no. I protect my peace by strengthening my boundaries. Take one last deep breath for this practice. You've already awakened your awareness. Recognize the emotions behind your automatic yes and learn the filter and the words that protect your peace. Now, it is time to move from knowing to doing. Because transformation doesn't happen in your head, it happens in your choices. One small decision at a time. This is your morning reset action plan. It is gentle, simple, and powerful. Over the next 7 days, you will take small steps that will build into a new way of being. Step 1. Write your list today. Take a notebook and write down 5 situations from the past 3 months when you said yes, but wished you had said no. Don't rush. Let the memories come. Write what was asked, why you agreed, how you felt, and what it cost you. This simple act pulls hidden patterns into the light. Step 2. Rewrite the story for each of those situations. Write the phrase you would use today to say no with clarity and kindness. This is not about regret. It's rehearsal. Every time you rewrite the story, you are training your brain for the next time. Step 3. Practice in front of the mirror. Stand tall. Look into your own eyes and speak your chosen phrase out loud. Do this 3 times. Notice your posture, your breath, your tone. This is not just speaking, it is embodying your boundary. Step 4. The pause rule. For the next 7 days, commit to this. Do not say yes immediately to anything. When a request comes, pause, breathe. Use your filter. Do I want this? Do I have space for this? Does this honor my priorities? If 2 answers are no, then your answer must be no. Step 5. Anchor with breath. Each time you feel guilt or fear rising, use the 4-4-6 breath. Inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 6. As you exhale, imagine releasing the old reflex of pleasing. As you inhale, imagine drawing in strength and clarity. Step 6. Choose one real moment within this week. There will be a moment, big or small, when you are asked for something you don't want to give. That is your practice field. In that moment, pause, breathe, and use one of your phrases. It doesn't need to be perfect. The act of trying is already victory. Step 7. Reflect each evening. Before going to bed, write one sentence about how you honored yourself that day. Even if it's tiny. Even if it's just, I paused before I answered. These reflections are the bricks that build your new identity. This is not about becoming a different person overnight. It's about becoming more of yourself every morning. One pause, one breath, one boundary at a time. Now close your eyes for a final visualization. See yourself 7 days from now, stronger, lighter, clearer. Imagine your shoulders relaxed, your heart calm, your mind free. Imagine how much more energy you have to give to what truly matters, not because you said yes to everything, but because you said no to what didn't belong to you. Repeat silently with me. I don't need to justify my no. I honor my priorities. I create space for what matters most. This is your reset. This is your choice. This is your freedom. Asterisk. If this practice touched something in you today, remember, this is only the beginning. The sacred brain is your space to return to day after day, morning after morning. By subscribing, you are not just joining a channel, you are building a daily ritual of clarity, self-love, and empowerment. Comment below, I choose my peace. Let it be your declaration for this week. And each time you return here, you will grow stronger, clearer, freer. This is your morning reset. And today, you chose yourself.